Hello everyone. In continuation of unary operator overloading, in previous videos we have discussed about many unary operators overloading like array subscript operator, unary minus operator, new and delete operator and many more. So now we are going to discuss about two more important operators, function call operator, and the second one is member access operator. So function call operator is, what is function call operator? Function call operator is this operator. This is called function call operator. So what is our purpose or what we want to do? For example, let's say we have a function display. For example, let's say we have a function display and we have an object ob. So whenever we need to call this function, we will call ob dot display. We will call it like ob.display. But what we want, we should call simply like this. So it means for this purpose, we have to overload this function call operator. So we'll check how to overload this function call operator. So let's say we have a class name is marks, and this class has one integer variable marks that is private and public functions. So this first function is nothing but a parametric constructor and it assigns m to variable marks. Then second one is a normal function, you can say display function or get function. Function name is what's your marks, see out, hey I got marks and marks. Now this one is operator function. Using this function we are going to overload this function call operator. What this function do? This function take a integer as parameter. So now marks will be marks mk, and see out function call, this is just to just to check whether we are in the operator function or not. Operator function is called, and return asterisk this. When I write return asterisk this, it means return type of this operator function is the object of class marks. Asterisk this means it will return the current object. What does it mean? It will return the current object. For example, let's say I write ob 40. So it means I want to say that marks of object ob is 40, and this function, this operator function will return current object. Current object means ob, on which object this function is called. So let's check, let's write this program on Visual Studio and check how does it works. So let me erase. Okay, so now let's say we have a class and let's put class name simple result, and let's say this class has one public variable, one private variable int marks, and then class has some public function. For example, let's say first is parametric constructor, and for this constructor marks will be m. Okay, now let's say one display function, void display cout marks is equal to marks end line, and then we will write some operator function. So this operator function is going to return the object of class. So return type will be class result, then operator keyword, and we want to overload this function. And let's say this function, this operator take this function take one parameter of type integer, let's say mk. Then this marks is going to be mk, and let's write this to check that we are in the operator function. We are in the operator function, and what we will return? We will return the current object. Return asterisk this. Now let's write an object of the class result here, class result, and let's say object is R. So let's assign something, okay, because we do not have a default constructor. So let's say 5, and let's say R, and we want to call this R dot display. Let's run it. See, marks is we are in the operator function, marks is equal to 6, and then R dot display. So it will be more clear if I will write a parametric constructor, default constructor also here. So let's say this is default constructor. Now for some object we can assign with the help of parametric constructor. For other object, let's say we do not assign, we simply write R1 here, and we want to assign it like this, R16. So it will be, now for R it will be 5, for R1 it will be 6. So instead of calling a function, we have overloaded this function call operator, and we are simply working. See, there may be other methods also to overload this function. You may write it in some other way so that it will return the object. So like you can take a reference of the object here, and then you can work on the reference of that particular object. So it may be your choice. So I particularly like this method. So this is how to overload function call operator. Okay, now second one is how to overload object member access operator. What does it mean by member access operator? Member access operator, if you remember, when we study handles of an object, we study 3 types of handle, out of which 2 were a dot operator and a arrow operator. So I told you that this dot operator always works for objects, and this arrow operator works for pointers. And I also told you in the beginning of operator overloading that we cannot overload dot operator, but yes, we can overload this arrow operator, member access operator. By overloading this arrow operator, we mean that this arrow operator was working for pointer, and this arrow operator will work for object also. So let's say we have a class name is marks, same class has one integer marks, then marks, this is parametric constructor, and then this is display function for that particular marks. And let's say we want to overload this operator. So because this operator, we know that this operator works for pointer, so it means it should return a pointer. So marks asterisk return this, so it will return the pointer of current object. So now this ki marks is an object, this ki marks arrow what dot marks. So here basically it is going to return a pointer. This statement is going to return a pointer itself. That's why it is working for simple object also. So this is how we can overload a member access operator. We can do it here only in the same program. Let's write for this also. So let's say result asterisk operator, and what is our operator? Operator is this, and it is going to return this. So it will always return this pointer. So now here in place of display dot r, let's say this is a pointer here, this is an object here r1, so in place of dot we can write this also. Now let's run this. See, it is calling display function. So this is how to overload function call operator and how to overload member access operator. Again, I am saying you can write your own function also by your own definition if you think that you have to work on references or you need to write something else. So there may be many methods for overloading the same operator. Okay, I am writing those methods which I like particularly easy and which are going to give you the correct results in every situation in case of every input. Thank you. In the next video, we will start binary operator overloading. Binary operators, you know, the operator which needs two operand like plus, multiplication, division, subtraction, and many other operators. So in the next video, we will be starting binary operator overloading. Thank you.